If you are even thinking about buying an Apple TV 4K today, you are making a massive mistake. Right now, behind the closed doors of Apple Park, a device is being finalized that does not just stream Netflix, it is designed to take over your entire home and potentially kill the traditional gaming console. For years, the Apple TV has been the hobby project that seemed to sit on the back burner. But in 2026, the hobby is over. We have the leaked specs, the verified release window, and a secret processor shift that changes everything. Today, we are deconstructing the 2026 Apple TV 4K, and trust me, the price leak is going to shock you. Let's be honest. The current Apple TV 4K is starting to show its age. It is running on the A15 Bionic chip, which is technology from the iPhone 13 era. While it is still the smoothest streamer on the market, it is hitting a ceiling. We are seeing frame drops in high-end arcade games, and the smart home integration feels a little outdated. So why did Apple wait so long to refresh their best-selling living room device? The answer lies in Apple Intelligence. Apple realized that to bring their new artificial intelligence ecosystem into the living room, they needed a powerhouse, not just a puck. The 2026 model is rumored to skip the next 2 generations of chips entirely, jumping straight to a modified A18 Pro or even an M-series Lite chip. We are talking about 3nm architecture in a fanless box. This is not just a spec bump, it is a generational leap that puts it in a different league than any Roku or Fire Stick ever made. Now, let's talk about the rumor that is sending shockwaves through the industry. For a decade, we have heard that Apple wanted to compete with PlayStation and Xbox. It never really happened. Until now. Leaked benchmarks for the upcoming Apple TV 4K suggest hardware-accelerated ray tracing. If you are not a hardware nerd, that means lighting, shadows, and reflections in games will look indistinguishable from reality. With the A18 Pro chip, Apple is positioning this device as an entry-level console. Imagine playing Resident Evil 4 Remake or the latest Assassin's Creed titles, games previously reserved for $500 consoles, on a device that fits in the palm of your hand. But there is a catch. Apple is not just giving you more power, they are changing how you play. There are whispers of a new Apple-branded controller or a significant update to how the Siri remote handles motion and haptics. This is the Trojan horse strategy. You buy it for Netflix, but you stay for the AAA gaming experience. What does it actually look like? According to supply chain leaks from Asia, Apple is finally moving away from the black puck aesthetic we have known for years. The 2026 model is expected to feature a liquid glass top, which is a more premium, reflective surface that matches the design language of the latest Mac Mini. It is thinner, sleeker, and most importantly, it is designed to be seen rather than hidden in a cabinet. Why does that matter? Because of the most controversial leak yet, the camera. Multiple reports suggest Apple is testing a version of the Apple TV with a built-in FaceTime camera. Now, I know what you are thinking, privacy nightmare, right? But Apple's angle isn't just video calls. It is gesture control. Imagine sitting on your couch and just waving your hand to pause a movie or swiping the air to browse the menu. No more searching for the remote between the couch cushions or dealing with sticky buttons. This is where it gets technical, but stay with me, because this affects your daily frustration with buffering. The 2026 Apple TV will be the first to feature the N1 networking chip. This is Apple's proprietary silicon dedicated entirely to connectivity. Paired with Wi-Fi 7 support, this box will be capable of speeds up to 46 gigabits per second. That is total overkill for 4K streaming today. So why do they need it? 2 words, 8K and cloud gaming. While 8K TVs are not mainstream yet, Apple is future-proofing this device for the next 5 to 7 years. More importantly, it ensures that if you are streaming a game from the cloud, the latency is practically zero. It is the end of the spinning wheel of death. If you use HomeKit, this is the update you have been waiting for. The new Apple TV will act as the ultimate Matter hub. With a dedicated Thread radio and the power of Apple Intelligence, your smart home won't just follow schedules, it will pretty CT them. Using the rumored camera or proximity sensing with your iPhone, the Apple TV will know exactly who is in the room. It can automatically pull up your specific profile and your watch list instead of your roommate's, or dim the lights to your preferred movie night setting the moment you sit down. The hardware is only half the story. The 2026 release will coincide with a massive overhaul of the operating system. We are expecting a more immersive interface that moves away from a simple grid of apps and toward a cinematic experience. Apple Intelligence will be baked into Siri, making the voice assistant actually useful for the first time in the living room. Instead of saying "find action movies," you will be able to say, "show me that movie where the lead actor jumps off a building, but only the one available on my subscriptions." It is conversational, contextual, and fast. Let's get into the timing and the cost. Historically, Apple products tend to get more expensive over time. But the 2026 Apple TV 4K might break that trend entirely. Analysts are suggesting two tiers. There will likely be a Pro model with the camera and higher storage for around $200, and a base model for just $99. Why so cheap? Because Apple does not just want to sell you hardware anymore, they want to sell you services. Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and Apple Fitness Plus are the real goals. By dropping the price to under $100, they could effectively kill the budget streaming market instantly. As for the release date, all signs point to a major spring event in 2026. We are looking at a March or April launch. Production is already ramping up in Vietnam and India to avoid the supply chain bottlenecks we have seen in the past. The 2026 Apple TV 4K isn't just a streaming box. It is a statement. It is Apple finally taking the living room seriously. It is a gaming console, a smart home brain, and a communication hub all in one. If you can wait just a little longer, do it. If you buy the current model now, you are buying yesterday's tech at tomorrow's prices. But what do you think? Is a built-in camera a deal breaker for you because of privacy, or is gesture control the future of the home? This device represents a shift in how we consume media. We are moving away from passive watching and into an interactive era where your TV knows who you are and what you want before you even ask. This leap in processing power also means that we might finally see the end of the separate HomePod and Apple TV logic. We are hearing rumors of deep integration where the Apple TV can use any speaker in the house as a spatial audio anchor point with zero configuration. It is about creating an ecosystem that is invisible but omnipresent. The A18 Pro Chip isn't just about pixels, it's about the neural engine. This engine will handle real-time upscaling of old content. Imagine watching an old show from the 90s, and the Apple TV uses AI to upscale it to 4K in real time, removing the grain and sharpening the image without making it look fake. This is the kind of power we are dealing with. If you found this deep dive into the future of Apple's hardware helpful, make sure to stay tuned to TechVibe. We track these leaks and supply chain reports daily so you don't have to waste your hard-earned money on tech that is about to be replaced. We are committed to bringing you the most authentic and up-to-date information on the gadgets that shape our lives. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comments. Are you going to be an early adopter of the 2026 model, or are you sticking with your current setup until it stops working? Your feedback helps us shape the future of this channel. I will see you in the next one as we continue to explore the cutting edge of technology. Stay ahead of the curve.